Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good day today. It was a good day for me. Flea markets. We just got a Popeye's chicken. I got to try that today. I'm not a big fried chicken guy, but it was okay. It's fried chicken. My favorite part was the biscuits, believe it or not. The city's growing, so they're starting to get a couple new things have come in. Our population's been growing steadily for the last, well, 4 years or so. We got a real boom during COVID because people wanted to get away from the big cities, go to places a little safer. So we still have a city attitude. So little mid-sized cities like the one I'm in, most of them have seen a boom, but ours has kept going. So that's actually a good thing. So, but yeah. Anyway, it's a good day. It's a good day. I just wanted to have a quick talk. I said I'd talk about it. I done a video like this before, but I think it was 2 or 3 years ago now. Um, about everything smelling like Invictus, because I know I sound like a broken record. It smells like Invictus, smells like Invictus, smells like Invictus. But you guys know the last 10 years, one out of every five fragrances that comes out either smells like Invictus, a twist on Invictus, or inspired by Invictus, or Invictus Aqua. Pretty much any Invictus. But those are the two big ones, the original Invictus and Invictus Aqua. And I know it comes off like I hate Invictus, and you guys think I do. And that, hey, like I said, it comes off that way. I've tended that beast myself, so to speak. I don't. I don't hate Invictus. I actually think Invictus is a nice smell. I enjoy it. I enjoy some of my favorite fragrances, like that Hawass is a take on Invictus. I really like that. Um, and I like Invictus and Invictus Aqua just fine. I think they're perfectly fine fragrances. My problem is everything being Invictus. Uh, I can't think of any other cologne that's been that inspirational in the game. And my whole, Aqua de Gio wasn't, CK1 wasn't, Polo Green wasn't, uh, Cool Water wasn't, Dracar Noir wasn't. I mean, I guess in the last 10 years, every company's playing it safe. Let's bring out something that smells like something that smells or sells really well. And Invictus seems to be the big dog in that category. I mean, yeah, you've got to live some Sauvages, but not near the Invictus like clones. Some Blue de Chanel's, even some Aqua de Gio still, but nothing like Invictus. Invictus, every company's got one, two, three, four, five different Invictus type colognes, and it's just, yeah, I just getting tired of it is all. That's just me personally though. You guys may love it, like I said, and it's not that I don't like Invictus. I love Invictus actually. I think when it first came out, it was great. And then I started smelling stuff and smelling stuff and smelling. Over the last 10 years, ever seems like every other fragrance, it's got an Invictus vibe. Now, does that mean it smells exactly like Invictus? No, no, no. But everything is going for that sweet, citrusy, fresh, somewhat aquatic, aromatic kind of vibe. And it's like, come on, companies. Come on, do something different. That's one of the reasons I like Sauvage Elixir so much. It was just different enough. They pushed the envelope just enough. So it would still be mass appealing. They weren't coming out with an oud heavy rose kind of weird notes, Middle Eastern, off the wall fragrance or anything, but they just gave us a little bit of enough that was different. That was like, oh, I like this. And yeah, and it's all you smell. Now, around, and maybe where you're from, bigger cities might be different. I don't know. But here, there's not a whole lot of variety uh, from what I smell out in the wild on people. What I mostly smell around here still cool water, Dracar, uh, Aqua de Gio, of course, um, a Lamal, Sauvage, Y, Invictus, to a lesser degree, but still quite a bit, Blue de Chanel. These are the ones I'm still smelling. There's still a lot of classics in there that I love, and a couple newer ones that I love. And I get it; they're great. But if Invictus had to come out 10 years earlier, it would have been my jam. I would have been all over it because I would have been in my early 20s, basically finishing high school, going into university, whatever, and it would have been great. When I was in my early 20s, it was Lamal was a big one. Uh, still Cool Water was a big one. Still Aqua de Gio. Uh, Gucci Porome, I think it was, or Porome 2. I can't remember which one was pretty big. Um, and then I get it. That's what Invictus would be to me now. What those ones are to me now. They would be a classic nostalgic scent, but I didn't grow up with it. So it doesn't do it for me. Not in the way it does it for a lot of you younger guys. So I'm not trashing anybody if they're like, because a lot of you younger guys will look at something like Lamal and be like, oh, God, no, that's too old for me. But an old fucker like me, it's perfect. It's what I was a kid. I loved it. Still do to this day. Now, I really didn't wear Dracar Noir or anything like that because it was just before my time. But it was still around when I was younger, and it was big. And I didn't wear it till in my later teen years, I guess is what I'm saying. And but it was still awesome. So yeah, that's it, guys. I don't want anybody to think that I hate on Invictus. It's not at all. I actually enjoy Invictus smell. I think it smells great. I think all the vast majority of the clones inspired by type scents all smell great. Some of them smell better. Like I said, the Hawass is probably one of my favorite scents right now, and it's an Invictus type scent. It's just got a couple things that make it way better, in my opinion. So yeah, I mean, don't nail me to the cross or anything. If Invictus is your jam, by all means, wear it. Be proud of it. Just realize, like when I wear it, I realize that I'm going to smell very similar to a lot of people, and I'm going to smell very similar to a lot of dudes, the girl or girls I'm trying to get with have smelled like, and that can be good or bad. As I said in one of my videos, I forget which Invictus I was, but a couple of the girls, college age, 20-ish, in their early 20s, both said to me, oh, I like it, but it smells like the douchebags that used to hit on us at the bar. And therein lies the problem with everything smelling like Invictus. It's, like I said, it's going to be a nice smell. Some girls are going to have really good memories of boyfriends, brothers, friends, even fathers who've worn Invictus. It's been out long enough now. But a lot of the girls, especially the girls, well, now they'd be in their probably mid to late 20s, early 30s. That's what all the douchebags in the bars that hit on them smelled like. So, yeah, I mean, so you got to take the good with the bad. It smells good. It works. It will get you compliments, but it's also gonna trigger some unhappy memories for a lot of girls. So, and that's a real thing. I'll be honest, not real. No, that's real. Smell triggers memories. Now, most of us can overlook that. Or the woman will just say, oh, don't wear that. It reminds me of her ex-boyfriend. He was a fucking cheated on me. He was a dick. He beat me up. Blah, blah, blah. All right, then you don't wear it. But, so yeah, it's not that I don't like Invictus, guys. It's just, it's time for a change, I guess is what I'm getting at. It's really time. Somebody somewhere is really going to shake up. And not an independent house or a niche house. It doesn't matter what they do. They're never going to shake up the community for the most part. You can say Aventus did, but yeah, but most people still, your average person doesn't really even barely know of Creed. And if they do, they couldn't tell you what Aventus was. They just know it's a cologne. Uh, but so yeah, it's got to be a major designer like a Dior, a YSL, at this point a Versace, Chanel, anything. Fucking Davidoff. I don't care. Polo. It's got to Calvin Klein. It's got to release something that's it's going to just totally, totally put the whole scene on its ears, you know, and it's going to be like, wow, this is something we didn't know we wanted until they made it. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Happens all the time. Uh, Blue de Chanel and Sauvage were the most recent examples I could think of that. Nobody really knew they wanted Sauvage until there it was, and then everybody got it. And you can hate on it all you want. It's the best-selling perfume in the last 10 years, as far as I know. If not the best, definitely in the top fucking two. And it's for a reason. I say so. Companies got to come out with something like that. Doesn't have to be daring or weird or anything. Just something completely different. And a big company, like I said, mass marketed, the general public, the mass public knows about, because we might think everybody knows about Creed and Aventus or, you know, Baccarat Rouge. No, they don't. No, a very small percentage of people know about that stuff. Creed a little more than most of them, but not by much. Not by much. So it's going to have to be a big company. They're going to have to come out with something and stick with it. That's the problem. It's not that they won't do it. They won't. They want, and I get it. They're a company. They want to make money. Just stick with it for a couple of years. You bring out something, bring it out again, bring it out again. A couple flankers of it, you know, and eventually you give it 3 or 4 years. If it doesn't take off, try something new again. Or release two. Release an Invictus kind of, or Aventus kind of smelling cologne, or you know, a Sauvage kind of smelling cologne. Why? But release something else alongside of it that's different. See if it picks up. Do that a couple times. Might surprise us. So it always happens. There's one I didn't know. You know, like I said, you didn't know you needed it till you wanted it. You didn't know you wanted it till you needed it, or till they made it. So there you go. All right, guys, that's it. Just a quick little Invictus talk. I'm not. So when I say it smells like Invictus, you guys honestly know I'm not lying. It doesn't mean it smells exactly like Invictus. I don't think I've ever said that for the most part. Um, but a lot of these ones just have that vibe. Sweet, citrusy, aromatic, little woody. Yeah. All right, guys. Peace, love, be good to each other, and be good to yourselves.